how amazing they can move.
All right, I had no idea Shakira had such a great body.
Hi, friends. This is Coach Dave Daubenmire at newswithviews.tv at newswithviews.com, and I am not very happy.
No, I mean, she had the first 10 minutes. I thought to myself, did J-Lo call in sick?
I think we ought to sue. That's what I think. Were there any warnings before that Super Bowl halftime show?
This is not really my style music.
Would that halftime show, would that have been rated PG?
Watch, he flips it to the Puerto Rican side.
Were there any warnings that your 12-year-old young son whose hormones are just getting ready?
What controversy?
Just starting to operate. Was there any warning that what he's going to see might cause him to get sexually excited?
In the rise of Donald Trump's presidency, we have seen an agenda being pushed.
I don't like people who use their faith as justification.
2 Corinthians, right? 2 Corinthians 3:17. That's the whole ball game.
You know, my mother gave me this Bible, this very Bible.
I brought my Bible. Okay.
What one or two of your most favored Bible verses are,
Well,
and why?
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. Again, I want to thank the evangelicals. I will never let you down.
With that being said, I'd like to introduce you to Dave Daubenmire. Dave is a former football coach who occasionally might get turned on by Latinas like Shakira and Jennifer Lopez.
So I think we ought to go sit down in the courtroom and present this as evidence. And how the whoever is keeping me from getting into the kingdom of heaven.
On his difficult to find and not worth your time show, Daubenmire, an evangelist, spewed a settlement of $867 trillion would be fair compensation for the crotch shots conservative viewers were forced to endure during the halftime show. I think we ought to sue, he said. Would that have been rated PG? Were there any warnings that your 12-year-old son, whose hormones are just starting to operate, was there any warning that what he was going to see might cause him to get sexually excited? You might remember Daubenmire from the local newspaper where Old Man Yells at Cloud was front page headlines. I think we ought to go sit down in a courtroom and present this as evidence of how whoever put on the show is keeping me from getting into the kingdom of heaven, he said, which is just fantastic. Remember who ran the halftime show? Jay-Z and Rock Nation. What a conversation they would have. Daubenmire, a mixture of a Koopa and white privilege, has said in the past,
I'm here to tell you, I'm sick and tired of being sodomized by the left.
and
Folks, the whole bullying idea is built around the homosexual agenda.
forced his players as coach to pray with him, which prompted an ACLU lawsuit. He bellowed men are being made wimps and whiners as we are sissifying and emasculating everything tough in our society, yet I hate to remind him, this screams of whining.
We are being sodomized by the left. What does it mean to be sodomized? Basically, sodomized means to have something forced upon you that is unnatural against your will.
Daubenmire claims to have been rear-ended, but can't fight his desires for a rub and tug during halftime. Hilariously, if you go to his Twitter, which you absolutely should not, nearly every single tweet has GIFs, pictures, and videos of women like Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, and SI swimsuit models to troll Daubenmire. What gets me is Daubenmire, a football coach who clearly studies the game and watches the NFL, just recently had a problem with, dare I say, 2 powerful Latinas taking the stage to honor their heritage. Where was the outrage over this, coach? Why wasn't there a lawsuit after a random Minnesota Vikings or Dallas Cowboys game? What's going on in your small-minded bigot head? Now, if the court case is heard, there's only one outcome, with the judge playing off Daubenmire's act like a routine at the Apollo. Daubenmire claims to have had no clue of the show. The courts would point to the announcement in September of 2019 in heavy promotion. With the nickname of Coach, one would ponder this title equating to football. He cries for $867 trillion.
In a video posted to his website last week, televangelist Jesse Duplantis says God told him he needs the new Falcon 7X jet.
That if Jesus was physically on the earth today, he wouldn't be riding a donkey.
It's not about the values for a man this small-minded. It's about the money. And that's exactly what he envies. Not the gates, rather the doors to a brand new lifestyle.